I think I'm gonna go outside.
We can't go outside. We're in quarantine.
That's right, lock that door. There's only one thing to do while you're on quarantine. Get on your comfy couch, get that nice comfy blanket, get that snack, and that favorite drink of yours, and watch some good old-fashioned TV.
Hey guys, I am here to show you this lovely little video I have put together for you guys. I'm going to be talking about some fun, some crazy, some cheesy, and some horrific shows and movies to watch while we're all in quarantine together. Yay! As you can see, these are the topics that we will be covering, the genres, I guess you could say. They're going to be time-stamped down below, so you can skip around if you want to, and avoid watching this video that took me hours to make. So we're all sitting at home, we have lots and lots of extra time on our hands. I'm basically just rolling out of bed at this point to go to college. So with all this extra time on our hands, what are we watching? That's kind of all we have to do right now, which is crazy. So I just want to detail some fun, horrific, cheesy, different things for you to be watching while you're in quarantine. First up is the family-friendly genre. This is for all of you people stuck at home with all your little kids. Yay! Mainly, I think my biggest suggestion for family-friendly stuff right now is Disney Plus. It is a lifesaver filled with lots and lots of fun stuff to watch for all the little kiddos out there. They just added Frozen 2, which is awesome. They're going to be adding Onward at the beginning of April, which is also awesome. And right now they have a bunch of different shows that I grew up watching that I have a special place in my heart for, such as Phineas and Ferb and The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and much, much more. So Disney Plus has a lot of really great stuff. Netflix has a lot of great stuff for kids too. They have a whole kids section, and so does Hulu and Amazon Prime. So there's plenty and plenty and plenty for family-friendly options that you can watch today. Ha ha ha! Fun times. Action thriller. So for all of you looking for some action out there, not what I meant by that. Looking for some action thriller movies or shows to watch, I just recently binged the entire show on Netflix called I'm Not Okay With This. It's really easy to binge because the episodes are only like 20 to 30 minutes long, and I think there's only like 6 or 8 episodes. I went through it so fast, it's kind of a little bit of a blur now. But it's got a good, decent storyline to it. Fun way to eat up like 3 hours of your life, which is kind of what we need to happen at this point. Another really great one that I have been watching recently is on Hulu, and it's called Reprisal. It kind of takes place in a world that's similar to ours, but not really. It's America, but it's a very different America from what we know, and I really, really love that. The storyline is really interesting, very engaging. It's definitely not family-friendly, but very fun for adults and parents that have put kiddos to bed, potentially. Historical dramas. So I have been in a little bit of a mood recently of watching a lot of historical dramas. I got the Stars application on Hulu, and they have a bunch of different shows that I used to watch a long time ago, and I rewatched all of them. This was a whole series based off of Kings and Queens of England, but also a series based off of Philip Gregory's novels based off of the Kings and Queens of England.
So a lot of based off of stuff.
But yeah, on Stars they have 3 different series called The White Queen, The White Princess, and The Spanish Princess, and they're all interconnected, talking about kind of the Plantagenets and the Lancasters and the War of the Roses and The Rise of the Tudors. It's really, really cool stuff. I love it personally, so yes. More historical dramas I've been watching on Netflix include Outlander, which I believe they just got back. I watched it quite a while ago when they first had it on Netflix, and now I think they have 3 seasons up on there. And so, yeah, that's fun. And then a good old one that you can always trust on is the Western. And one of the best Westerns I have ever watched is called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. And it's like 6 different stories that are all told in like short story format in a movie, though. It's really, really cool. It's like really interesting stories, funny stories, sad stories, profound stories. Like, it's really, really well done. It's by the Coen brothers. So if you haven't seen that, I would definitely suggest it. And then Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, I have been recently binging Victoria. It's based off of Queen Victoria and kind of her life as she becomes queen. I absolutely love it. It's really, really well done. I think there's 3 seasons of it so far. You have to have, obviously, an Amazon Prime account to watch this, but it's definitely worth it, and if you don't have one, you can get a 30-day trial. Then there's Hulu. Hulu has a bunch of different BBC shows on right now, like Rise to Candleford being one that I've recently watched, but a whole different array of them, and like they have a lot of the mini-series of the BBC versions of Jane Austen's books, like Emma, Sense and Sensibility, and Pride and Prejudice. So definitely worth watching those. Can't go wrong with BBC. Now I just realized something I have also been watching recently is cheesy 80s movies. Recently I rented on YouTube the movie The Lost Boys, and it's a cheesy 80s movie with lots of music and vampires.
We're fighters for truth, justice, and the American way.
It's a classic. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't already seen it. And then another one that I have come upon that I absolutely love. Very, very musically oriented. It's a documentary, a rockumentary. If you haven't heard of it, you need to check it out because it is a piece of history that cannot be forgotten, and it is much, much loved. So there's a series called The Decline of Western Civilization. There's 3 movies, and they're really, really good. And the second one is my favorite. It's called The Decline of Western Civ 2, The Metal Years. And it focuses on a bunch of different metal bands on the LA Sunset Strip in like the late 80s. And it's all real people, real interviews, and real shots from this time. It's so cool. It features bands like Kiss, Megadeth, Poison, lots and lots of different bands, Ozzy Osbourne. It's really, really hilarious, very, very well done, and definitely worth a watch. It's only about 1 hour and 30 minutes, but it's super, super entertaining, especially if you are like someone who likes music or even that style of music. On to the horror genre. Now, Netflix is definitely the king of having horror movies. They have so many. It's like a bottomless pit of jump scares. Now, me and my friends just recently binged in like 2 days. We went through like a marathon of all the Scream movies, and I believe 2 and 3 are both on Netflix, but we watched all of them. And I have to say, rewatching Scream 1, spoiler for those who did not know, Billy is one of the killers, obviously, in the first movie. If you did not know that, that is spoiled for you. My apologies, I warned you. I never realized in that scene when he, like, goes to see Sydney in her bedroom, the background song they're playing is, like, a cover version of Blue Oyster Cult's the Don't Fear the Reaper. And I was like, what? It literally blew my mind, because I was like, wow, that is foreshadowing using the soundtrack. I love it. On to reality TV. So I'm kind of a reality TV junkie. I love reality TV. I watch it loads and loads and loads. Hulu has a lot of different variety for reality TV. One of my favorite and trashiest shows that is so stupid it doesn't make any sense. It's not trashy, but it's dumb and it's like worthless, but it's a good like popcorn thing if you're just like putting something on to be on the background. It's called Married at First Sight. It's super stupid, but I love it. Another great one is American Idol and The Voice. Those are both available on Hulu. I also believe there's a little bit of The Bachelor left on Hulu if you want to watch that. There's also Love Island if you're into that, which is definitely a trashy show, and like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. There's so many reality TV shows on Hulu. It's a reality TV show heaven. And then to round out the reality TV genre, Netflix has this new show called Love is Blind, which is also a crazy, stupid love experiment, but worth watching just because we have so much time on our hands. And if you like reality TV as much as I do, you will understand why it is worth watching if you haven't already seen it. Alright guys, so that's what you can watch during quarantine. That's what I've been watching. There's so many things available. So many fun things to watch and enjoy. You guys can let me know what you're watching in quarantine down in the comments down below, and I will catch you all next time. Bye!